right. Hello, everybody. It's Greg, and I am venturing into new waters. I've wanted a more authentic way to be able to chat with my friends about life, about real estate, about my office, about whatever you want to hear. And I thought this would be a great way to do it. So off camera, you cannot see him. I've got my good friend Jay Coe from I Am Third Media.
Hello, hello.
There he is. Can't see him, but he's there. It's like the Wizard of Oz.
Next episode, we'll put a camera on me.
Yes, I like that. And so this is how we're going to start. We're going to call this Island Time with Greg. And it's because I'm sitting at the island right now. And there will be lots of distractions going on around us. We are in my office.
And people laughing.
Yeah, again, off camera. But there will be lots of distractions. This is why I want to do it this way. We are in the John L. Scott SnowWorks Community Workspace office in downtown Snohomish. This is where I call my home. This is where I have my office. And along with my buddy Rio Ingram, we started and built this. So this is going to be island time, sitting at the island. This is the focal point of our office. It's where everybody gathers, and right now it's a little sparse, just because we've got this big production going on. But we're going to be bringing people in. But don't worry if people are running behind us. We've got a beer keg just off camera here that people could start running to. Coffee machine and fridge over here. So anyway, again, island time with Greg. You will see me at this island. You will see me at islands in homes that I'm trying to sell. Maybe homes that I'm helping somebody buy. Maybe the island at my house. Maybe Hawaii. I don't know. But it's island time. And I'm wearing a floral print shirt. I'm not sure if that shows up on camera or not, but hopefully I'll wear some fun things along the way. So I am going to bring in, first I'm going to bring in Nicole Blondin. Nicole, if you'd like to join me. Nicole is our branch manager here, and she is new to our office since November of 2021. October? We tell everybody November.
Really?
Yeah.
No, I came at the middle of October because I was here for the Halloween event, and
Okay.
I ran that.
Is this good?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Yep.
Okay.
Yeah.
Can you hear us okay, Nicole?
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right,
So
good.
you're shortchanging me a whole month.
Everything's short.
It's true.
Short jokes. Those will happen. So, again, this is Nicole Blondin, and we'll be looking in the middle camera now.
Okay.
And Nicole came to us from another real estate office. And tell us a little bit about your background in real estate and how you got started and how you got to join us here.
Yeah, so I started real estate in 2010. Couple of things. One is I had a son who really needed my time. And I was an assistant manager at a retail store, and I couldn't ask employees to show up when I knew that I needed to leave often to take care of him. So I needed a job that was flexible. We had a real estate agent. He was a John L. Scott agent, and not on this one.
No names shall be named then.
We shall not name any names. So he convinced me to take the courses, and I was going to be his assistant. And I came to his office. It was in Linwood. Checked it out. I took the class and got all that sorted, and then realized that we were just not going to be a good fit on how we were going to do the business and really how he took care of us. I know I wanted everything opposite of that. And so I started at Windermere. I worked with a 30-year veteran agent as her assistant for a year and a half. I learned a ton. And then I went out on my own. So I've been at Windermere, Remax, and Sotheby's prior to John L. Scott.
Awesome. And we had a great need to fill your position here. We didn't know we had a great need for you yet, but ultimately it was a great need for you. So we started this office, John L. Scott Snohomish, in 2019. There was 3 people that started it, 2 agents and our assistant guru person. Started it and grew, and then COVID hit the very next year. And so most real estate offices were forced to shut down. We're a unique situation, and at some point I'll give you a overall look at this place, but we are a community workspace. first and foremost. So people that are in here right now that you might even hear or see walking through have nothing to do with real estate. They are just area people that instead of working from home, they work from here. It's a subscription-based deal. They can buy dedicated desk space or just flex space and be here. And so when COVID hit, we were deemed an essential office, not from the real estate side, but from the co-work side, because we have other people working here that were essential employees at the time. And what we found was that there was a lot of real estate agents that still really needed help. They
Sure.
needed support in their business. And because we were in a position to have people here, we grew exponentially. I think we almost tripled in size during that year. And what we realized is, Matt, your cohort, our designated broker here, he really needed help with, we've got onboarding agents all the time and the curriculum that you guys put together and stuff. And so we found we really needed this role to be filled. And that's how we came to the huge fortune of landing you here. Nicole and Matt, our designated broker, have kids that play hockey together. And so they knew each other from outside of this, and they had really similar roles before you got here.
Yeah, so I was a managing broker at Remax Town Center in Mill Creek, and Matt and I actually met at Sotheby's. And so he came in as I was going out. So we kind of passed there, but then it ended up our kids were playing hockey together. And Matt had been asking me for about a year to come by here. And I was very insistent that I had no need and I would never go to a John L. Scott office. And that I wasn't going to make a change because I'd been at Remax for so long.
Right.
When I moved here, I'd been there for 4 years.
And you were running an office.
I was running an office. I didn't think anything was necessarily missing until I came here. And then I realized that there was a lot that I was still needing.
And we've kind of said this jokingly, and I've heard you say it to other people when we're interviewing other agents and things that are thinking about coming here. But I think there's probably some truth to it. You were fighting it, but really once you set foot in here, you realized that there was a little bit of difference?
Yeah, so I wanted to talk to Rio within about 15 minutes of Matt showing me around the office. I literally walked in and I was like, crap, this is bad news. Because I knew that immediately it felt so different and it felt very much organically kind of an environment I'd want to be in. But I'm pretty loyal, and so making a change after being somewhere and those agents that I built those relationships with and stuff was not in my sight line. And when I came here, I had talked to Rio about it before I even left and then made the complete change within 48 hours.
And your role here, explain a little bit about what you do, because who knows who will see this.
Sure.
Agents that are looking for a new home or their first home or whatever. Explain a little bit about what you have brought to the table here that you are really the expert and the driving force on.
I do not love talking about myself in that way.
Do it.
I do want to, before I forget, in addition to needing to fill that role, you needed to fill it with a female.
Absolutely.
Because you had 3 dudes here.
Yeah.
And it was great, but definitely.
And I don't think we realized how much we needed that, because when we were looking, or when we started looking, the top of the list was not male or female.
Yeah.
It had nothing to do with it, and so that wasn't something that we thought we needed. But now that we absolutely needed it, and we've got Lindsay was the lone female on our leadership staff, and so bringing you in as a female was massively needed, and we were driven to be cleaner ever since. It's the truth, yeah.
In jokes, and office, cleaning, and all that.
Mostly the office.
Yeah, so I work a lot with our new agents. When I came on, I helped kind of create an onboarding process to streamline that. And then I evaluated a few different new agent programs, development programs, and picked one. And so we are on our second session of that. My first group had 10 agents in it, and this one has 8, which is fantastic. I had it this morning, and I do a pulse just kind of to check in to see how the agents are liking it and how they're feeling about it. and everyone can say exactly how they feel. So I'm totally okay with that. And really, the feedback has been great. Even some seasoned agents that are in the program. It's not really only for new agents, but it does teach the fundamentals, how to build those foundation pieces. That way you can continue to replicate the success in the future. So I work largely with new agents.
Today's episode of your class, what was the focus today, for example?
So today we were talking about buyers' presentations, and when I checked in with them today, they had to bring them back completed, and some of them had them completed, some were partially done, and we get caught up on this. We want it to look perfect, and we kind of get stuck because we want it to look a certain way, and so we'll see something as we're going through the process, and it's not exactly what we're hoping for. And so today we kind of talked through, like, get something done. Next week they have appointments with me to present it. I give them a few other resources to find other options on how it could look and things, outside of that. And then it's an evolving thing. It's what you use now and make today is going to change, and when you and I do the appointment together, you may tweak it a little bit. The first time you meet with a buyer, you may tweak it again.
Yeah.
And so we really talked about it being an ongoing process, and really all of those things are. It's just, you need a starting point to just get started.
And each one can be so different.
Yeah, absolutely.
But you have that, you're helping them build that platform to start on.
Yeah, so one agent, theirs was 42 pages, one was 10. Matt mentioned his was 85.
Go big or go home, Matt.
I think mine was probably in the 20 range. And, also them going, like, do I go through each individual page? And so we're really just talking through how do you do those things? Because in real estate school, you learn a lot of information that doesn't reflect what it feels like to sit down and talk a buyer through the process and what that looks like.
Yeah. Another thing that makes our office really special that you've jumped in on and you help a great deal with the promotion of is our community service stuff. And I know you help with the social media a lot, things like that, but I know you're always there to jump in, get your hands and feet dirty, literally. The last one was, this one was actually a crop planting event.
Yes.
So talk about some of our community service stuff.
Yeah, that is actually one of the things that drew me to our office. I am huge on giving back to the community. I love that every time we do something, we do have some of the same people, but often we have different people come in because it works better with their schedule. And we always have such a good time while doing the work. And so what I really like is that we all like each other outside of this building, and we don't mind hanging out together. And it doesn't feel like work because we're fun. Just cracking up the whole time. We planted, it was like 4,000 seed pods or
I
something.
think it was more than that.
Yeah, I can't remember. Right. But we filled these trays with soil and compacted them down, got them ready for future plantings. We pulled some turnips. I talked to the head guy there, and we were scheduled to come back in the fall, but he actually mentioned that they really needed help in August. And so we came back, and Lindsay already got that set up for us.
Awesome.
So we'll go back in August and help pick green beans and cucumbers.
Yeah, we've picked potatoes in the past, and usually this is all right here, really close to downtown Snohomish. We've gone as far as Chinook Farms, which is over by Bob's Corn, also still Snohomish, but we've done beets, broccoli, cauliflower, potatoes, and then the ones you just mentioned. We also did corn. And we do this rain or shine, and it's fun.
So because the agents had such great feedback about it and wanting to be involved, we went from just occasionally doing it. So now we're scheduled quarterly, and they've also asked for our assistance in the interim, which I think it's fantastic that we have such a willing group of people to show up, and we really do get dirty.
And here's a call to action. If any of you guys watching this want to participate, we welcome the more hands, the better.
For sure.
And we, like Nicole said, we do this quarterly. So if any of you watching want to participate in this, some of them even can involve kids. Not all of them, because some of them have sharp tools and things like that, but some of them can involve kids, and people bring kids, people bring friends. So let me know. Just reach out to me, and love to give you information on the next one. Let's see. We've done community service. We've talked about new agents a little bit. tell us a little bit more about your vision for as we progress and as we grow. That's an on-the-spot one.
That is an on-the-spot one. I think the most important thing to me about our office is keeping the culture growing in the direction that we've been growing. We are very intentional about who we add to our
Absolutely.
office. We want to make sure that the agents that are coming in are a good fit with the current agents that we have here. Also, that we're set up to give them the support they need for where they're at in their business.
Excellent point.
And so that is really a huge portion of what I look at. And then I also, I love to get the little motivational pep talks.
Yeah,
And it's because I sit at this island and I hear these bits and pieces of things. And so, like, today, my message was, like, you don't need a fancy car or clothes or some amazing CRM to do real estate. Like,
Flowers on your shirt help, though.
it does. But realistically,
No,
everything that
totally.
you need is all here. And, you can do it
Completely agree.
right where you're at. And so I think it's really just getting people to start where they are and then checking in to make sure that we're best supporting their needs along
That's
the way.
awesome. And speaking of clothes, I want you guys to pay attention. This was completely unplanned, but both of the guests that I'm going to have on today wore the exact same thing. So they're not actually changing in the background before the next one comes out. So Nicole,
I just noticed that.
yeah, black dress,
Wow.
and jeans and blonde hair.
Yeah.
And Jen Racer's going to show up in the exact
Same
same
thing.
outfit. Yeah, so pretty crazy, right, Jay?
We should do like a Nicole freezes and then we swap.
Oh, perfect.
See if anybody even notices. Yeah.
She's going to take her glasses
So
off
funny,
to make sure
so
that
funny.
you notice the change.
Well, I appreciate you taking the time out of your busy day to come and chat.
Sure.
Island talk. This will be a fun thing that'll be ongoing, and I know I'll have you back. So thank you.
Yeah,
Okay?
of course. Thanks.
All right.
All right.
Don't forget to take those off.
You don't want me to walk off with
No,
you?
I don't think that'd be a good idea. I think he might get upset.
Actually, Jen is the one that you're going to need to remind.
Yeah.
She's a little
So-
more clumsy.
Oh, that was actually kind of rude. Venom spewed. So that's awesome, and I'll continue to have people from the leadership staff here at the office, agents, coworkers, friends, anybody on here. So with that, I am going to bring on Jen Racer. Jen, you want to hop on over here? So this is Jen Racer, and you have been with us for 2.5.
Just about.
About 2.5 years.
Yeah.
And she is another, in this business, when we started this office with nothing and nobody, we ended up with brand new agents that had just got their license, experienced agents, and everything in between. And Jen is one of our more experienced agents, years-wise, for sure. Jen, how long have you been in this business? And tell us a little bit about your history and how you got here.
Oh gosh, 16, 17 years?
Yeah.
I think about 2006.
Okay.
My kids were littles. They were
Yeah.
just little ones. So I got into this business for flexibility, to be home a little bit, to not have to go back to my corporate job. Hasn't always worked out that way. Not always home a lot, but I love it. And how I came to be here, just by watching this office online, social media. How I've always say, philanthropically, this office aligns with my values, my thoughts, and how my family lives. And I just knew I had to be here.
That's awesome. Before we talk real estate, let's chat just casually, personally for a couple of minutes.
Great.
Jen just spent the last 8 or 9 days. She and her family have a place in CQ?
Clallam Bay, yeah.
Clallam
close
Bay,
to CQ,
okay.
Yep, Olympic
So over
Peninsula.
on the Olympic Peninsula, on the Strait of Juan de Fuca, they've got this cute little place that it's their getaway. I think they also allow some friends to go over there and things like that. But she was out there for fishing this last week, and if you don't follow her on social media, you can find her on the Facebook because she has pictures of so many fish and bald eagles and everything. So tell us a little bit about what your week was like last week.
Oh, golly. Well, it was a series of days of getting up at 3:30 in the morning to get out on the water to catch the big ones. And we did. It was great.
So how many fish did you end up keeping?
Oh,
roughly?
golly. Between the three of us, probably 20
Okay.
salmon. Yeah.
Awesome. And are they already processed? Oh, you're totally fine. How are you, Cody? Nice to see you. This is Cody from Delaterra Catering. Here, just duck your head down here just so people can see your face. Yeah. I'll bring him back on another time either, also. Okay? All right. Okay. Okay, so fish, have they already been processed?
Oh, it's a process.
Flash frozen?
Yep, yes. We get, well, when I say we, I mean my husband. I don't do that. I catch them, and that's it. He brings them back to the house, cleans them, cuts them up, vacuum seals them, gets them in the freezer.
Awesome.
So, yeah, they come home ready to go.
Another thing about Jen that I always love and I can always count on. I'm guessing that if Jen were to reach in her pockets right now.
I knew you were going to do this. This is the best. Which pocket?
Any pocket. Reach into your pockets and
Empty the
empty your
content?
pockets on the counter.
Oh, this is embarrassing.
So we've got. I think these are mints.
They are mints.
You don't have to eat that one.
They are.
A
But I would.
Charms Pop,
Always candy.
an Almond Joy wrapper, Monate energy powder. Alicia will be thrilled with that. That's good. Lens wipes
For the glasses I'm not wearing.
for the glasses you're not wearing.
No.
So you got more? Yeah, of course you do.
Eaten sucker.
An Eaton sucker
Sucker
and
stick.
a payday.
Payday bar.
So Jen is a candy aficionado. How about that? Because that sounds fancy,
you
right?
are as well.
Well, no, I'm a gummy.
Well, I'm a gummy.
I'm a
too.
gummy enthusiast.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yes, I will.
I'm a
admit.
gummy enthusiast. Best brand of gummy bears? Bar none?
Haribo.
Yeah, Haribo.
Yeah.
It's Jen, in fact, I fancy myself an expert on gummy bears. And really most things gummy. But I did not know of something that Haribo makes called a Star Mix. And Jay, do you like gummy stuff?
This is a bad time for me to say that starting today I'm doing a 30-day sugar-free challenge.
Let's hide. Yeah, there we go. All this.
They're just on the floor.
Only because I'm going to get sugar high in Mexico in August.
Yes. Where are you going to Mexico?
Cabo.
Awesome. We'll chat more about that for sure. So Jen introduces me. The other thing about Jen is she's a candy expert, aficionado, but she's also thrifty, not thrifty, frugal. Thank you. Financially conscious. Favorite store in the world?
Dollar Tree.
Dollar Tree, which is now not. It's like $1.25 tree.
$1.25 tree.
Yeah,
If I could buy my
$1.25
clothes
tree.
there, I would.
Yeah.
I say that all the time. If I could buy my outfits there, I would.
Yeah. So that's how she introduced me to this Haribo Star Mix that I've never seen before, and she gets them there. So Jen will bring me bags, and the best flavor of gummy bear ever?
Pineapple.
Pineapple. It's
Hands down.
clear, the clear Haribo. Yeah, it's
The
hands down.
watermelon one's good.
Watermelon one's good.
Watermelon
That
one's
yeah.
really good.
But she finds entire bags of one flavor and she brings them to me, so it's awesome. So we have kind of a kindred spirit attachment there on the candy.
I do like candy and snacks. I'm a snacker.
Yeah, we talked about. We just had a panel discussion the other day where we talked about agents and what they have with them, food-wise specifically, to get them through the day. Because a lot of times we'll end up in our car and drive from Snohomish to Woodinville to Everett to Bothell to Marysville, and you just don't know. And so, do you usually have
Oh, my
regular
gosh.
food too, or
No,
just candy?
No, regular food.
You have regular
Yeah,
food.
I have to have a mixture of like sweet and savory. And if I don't have something and I don't have the ability to get it, I kind of panic a little bit. Like, oh my gosh, I don't have snacks. I start checking my pockets, and there's always something somewhere in a bag, a pocket, or a purse. So I usually am okay.
Okay.
So-
Okay. What's your outside of candy? What is your go-to that you really feel like you need in your car for a
Skinny
snack?
Pop and Cheez-Its.
Skinny Pop and Cheez-Its.
Cheez-Its.
Any specific kind of Cheez-Its? Because I know there's a few different ones.
I like the toasty, the brown ones.
Oh.
They're like really brown on the edge.
Oh.
Like the burnt ones.
Okay, so you eat them while you're driving.
Yes. Handfuls.
I gotta ask, because after you grab the Cheez-Its and they go into your mouth, do How do you
Are you a
wipe
finger licker?
Oh, wow.
Oh, and your dogs go. Your dogs must be attached to the thighs when you get home.
Because
I do
that's
this.
the thing that always gets me is
Yeah.
what do I do with the finger?
Right.
I usually
right.
carry paper towels so I can.
I used to
wipe
carry
my
baby
hands.
wipes when I had little kids. I
Yeah.
always had a bag, the pack of baby wipes in my car. I should probably do that again. But
I
Dollar
like
Tree.
where we're heading.
this is good.
This is gonna
This
be.
is gold.
Yep.
This is valuable stuff.
Yep.
What do you carry in your car? No, I'm talking to the camera.
Oh,
Not him over there. Not Tate.
Tate and Shaylin back there.
Exactly.
I did have a box, the family pack size peanut M&Ms.
Yeah.
I threw out. I finished almost all of it. So I do this thing where the night before whatever I'm gonna do, I just go all out.
So today is day one of
Today is
30
day
days.
one, but yesterday I probably consumed close to like 6,500 calories.
I feel for you.
All sugar. So peanut M&Ms. What else?
Those cookies with the chocolate inside. What do you call it? The super expensive one.
Oh, the mint Milanos.
Yes.
Oh,
Like the family box.
Those are good.
that's awesome. I
I'm
love it.
still a little sugar high. So.
Yeah. All right. Well, you'll crash later.
That's awesome.
So Jen, you said you've been in this business for 16, 17 years. We are at a time right now, really probably started three-ish months ago, 2.5 to 3 months ago, where we've seen a change. And we hear people use the word shift. We hear people use the word downturn. We hear some people that really probably are not specifically involved in the industry use the word bubble again. So you rode the 08, 09 thing.
Yep.
Do you see any similarities between now and then?
I really don't, because it was different how our market got to the place it was after
Sure.
08. So educating our clients after 08, 09 was a different education than it is now.
Right.
And setting expectations is different. There are different expectations now than they were after 08, 09.
Yeah.
So, and we don't see it heading in that direction,
Right.
but we hear that every day. Are we heading for a bubble? What do we do?
Yeah.
Are we in a bubble? And it's just educating your clients right now.
Yeah.
That it is different than
So
08.
what does that conversation look like? Because you're in this same boat that I am. I have friends that started talking to me about the need to sell their house in February, March, April. And when I took my seller's guide to them, my CMA to them to show, here's what the comps say and here's what's happening around you, here's likely the range that I think your house would be listed at right now. Those numbers are the only thing that sellers really pay attention to in that book. They the number is the important thing, and I get that. But that number in March or April is so far different than it is now.
Oh.
How are you educating people who are selling now that started the process back in March or April? How do you tell them, you know what, your house may be worth a third less than it was 3 months ago?
It's not an easy conversation, that's
Yeah.
for sure. You're
Yeah.
having them,
Yeah.
I'm having them, we're all having them. And I think it's about really laying it out logically with the numbers, the initial numbers.
Mm-hmm.
Here's where we were 4 months ago, February, March, April. Here's where we are now. You can't dispute those numbers. They are the numbers, right?
Right.
And so when you lay it out for them, and I think if you're logical, if you're smart about it, you've educated yourself before you've met your client, they'll know that you know what you're talking about. And it's a hard conversation to have because
Yeah.
they look at their net out that you probably gave them, right? Here's what we're going to walk
Yeah,
away with.
yeah.
They've kind of spent it in their mind, if
Yeah.
you will. And so you're dialing that back for them and in essence, almost pulling money out of their pocket, but you're not.
In their mind.
In their mind,
Yeah.
exactly. And they're hard conversations, but
Yeah.
I think, if you educate them and you walk them through the process fully, then they understand. Most of the conversations that I'm having now, people really realize that they've missed their mark.
Yeah.
We should have done this, X, Y, and
Yeah.
Z. We weren't ready, all those types of things. So they're not catastrophic conversations, they're hard ones,
Yeah.
for sure.
On the flip side of that, people who wanted to buy for really the last 2 years plus and were getting beat out by multiple offers, other buyers that they were competing against are waiving every contingency they have.
Yes.
They're releasing huge amounts of earnest money to the sellers, and really giving up all of their rights that they conventionally would have as a buyer. Now they can afford less. It's dramatic. Somebody who could have afforded a $750,000 house in January, February for that same mortgage payment are now in the sixes. So they can afford less, but the prices should be getting back to what they originally were November, December, early January before they were skyrocketing. So conversations with buyers can be a little bit more encouraging now.
Conversations with buyers are great, and I think I try to do a really good job of staying in contact with all of my buyers. You know, the ones that have taken a pause, and I get it. It's frustrating. Buyer exhaustion is real, and it has been real for the last year, and buyers just get worn out, and it's sticking together, having a plan. We're going to watch rates. We're going to watch the market, and when we feel like it's time for you to start looking and getting out there, we will do that, and just not losing sight of where they are. I remain in contact. I try to every couple weeks with my buyers that are on pause and tell them, hey, we should be getting out there right now. Here's what I'm seeing. I'm seeing inspection periods. I'm seeing some of your rights come back to you, which is amazing. And I think it's great for sellers too. It seems like sellers want to give up all those rights or have buyers give up all those rights. I think that's very scary and very risky. So I love where we're at. And I think it's an amazing time still for sellers, but I think it's an amazing time for buyers. And my buyers that have been on pause have started to feel comfortable getting out there. They've worn off the disappointment of some of the losses that we faced over this past year and are feeling good. We know that their buying power is down, but rates are, they were down a little bit, which is encouraging. They'll go back up a little bit. Not that big of a deal.
Yeah. I saw a clip from a podcast from Dave Ramsey not too long ago. And Dave Ramsey, for anybody that doesn't know, very, very conservative financially, a financial coach, advisor, really preaches no debt, teaches people how to get out of debt. And a lot of times he's not a huge fan of home buying.
Not at all.
And if you do buy, you're doing a 15-year, and it's going to be paid off sooner than that and all these things. But he had a great point. He said, today is the best time to buy a house in the next 5 years.
Yep, sure has.
Inventory is going to be sparse for a long time. Rates are where they're at. If they go up, you're better off buying now. If they go down, you refi. And that's,
100%.
It makes sense. If you are in a position where you are going to buy, where you need to buy, where you want to buy, now is the best time.
It is. And I tell that to my buyers. If you are financially able to still purchase and you want to get out there and purchase, you really should be buying. Worst case scenario, you're staring down a refi in 2 years.
Exactly.
Not that big of a deal.
Yeah.
This is your first home. You're probably going to be in it long enough for it to pencil anyway. So what's the latest saying? It's marry the house, date the rate.
That's right.
That's
right.
That's the thing right now.
Yeah.
You're marrying your home. You're dating the rate.
Yeah.
And don't let it freak you out. It's scary. But if you watch the rates and are financially savvy, you know that this is not the worst scenario that we could ever be in.
What year did you purchase your first home
Oh, golly. Let's see, the one that we're in right now, 1999. And then prior to that, probably 95.
in? You bought the house you're in right now in 99?
Oh, oops. No, 2003.
Oh, well, even that, I was going to say, your equity position is
Yes,
fantastic.
2003. And we thought about selling. We penciled it and we're like, oh my gosh, this would be amazing. We actually kind of missed the mark.
You're fine.
Missed the mark a little bit, really realizing that we didn't actually want to sell.
Yeah.
We would have just...
You love your neighborhood.
Love it.
You love your house.
So, but yes, 2003. And so the 98 would have been our first one.
Do you remember approximately what your rate would have been in 98?
Oh, probably 8.
Yeah.
9.
My first was 96, and I was just below 9. Yeah. So
it's not scary. I know nobody wants a refi because you don't want to absorb the costs of it, right?
Yeah.
But you shop around, you find the best lender with the best programs, the best plans, and know that...
And we can help with that.
we can help with that. And it's not forever. You're going to have that rate for just a short period of time. Not that big of a deal. Get yourself into a house right now when you can, and you have some ability to be able to do that. Rights, inspections, not basically handing over your firstborn to a seller.
Yeah.
You know.
Well, thank you so much. And again, you guys do notice
Denim jacket.
jean jacket, black dress.
This is gonna be fun.
Yeah,
I mean, it's literally same spot, same.
yeah, same everything.
We actually
Same
own
everything.
the same shoes that I'm wearing today, but she
See 'em.
did not wear. Oh my gosh,
Wow.
I cannot.
Jay, maybe you and I should get these for next time.
Yeah, Nicole has a pair, and Lindsay has a pair. We all three have the pair. Thank you.
Well,
for
thank
having
you.
me.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Don't forget to take those off.
I don't want to clothesline myself as I walk away. Thank you.
Yeah, thank you. I'll clean up the rest of this. Don't worry about that. So this is kind of how we're going to do things. We're going to be casual. We're going to be authentic. We're going to have people walking in front and behind. You probably just met when Cody walked by. He's another local business owner. He owns Delaterra Catering, somebody that we've used as an office, and I've used him personally for catering. And we'll be real and authentic. And if any of you guys want to be on here with me, tell me. Let's chat.
I like where this is headed. It's I think this is like I don't know, just like a local. I mean, it's like you're in real estate business, but it's more of a local story than a industry story. And there's
Totally
a lot of people coming. So I think what I'm going to do is maybe set up a couple more cameras just like facing.
I think it's a
the
great
public.
idea.
That way we can
Great
go back
idea.
and forth, right?
Yeah, great idea.
So, I mean, this is our first one, so I'm still getting kind of, I've got tons of ideas. So I'm actually pretty excited for the next one.
Yeah, I think that's a great idea. Multiple cameras. We'll have other people from the community in here too, restaurant owners
And we can have a lot more than 2 mics. So, and it's a big island.
Yeah, it is a big island.
It's a big island.
It's more like a continent.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
But continent talk isn't as.
we can see like how many people can we actually fit. I'm running. I have 6. I'm running out of mics.
we can handle it. Anyway, you guys, thank you so much for checking this out. This will be a lot of fun. Jay and I will continue to do this. Our plan is to go every second Monday.
Second Monday.
Second Monday of every month.
Eventually live.
Eventually
Like,
live.
Coming to you during your lunchtime.
Yeah.
So you can
Exactly.
like we might call you.
Yeah, I love it. We'll do, or we can have call in.
Yep. We can
You can
have
call us.
call-ins. Like it's gonna be pretty chaotic.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's awesome. So thank you guys, Jay. Thank you, and we'll talk to you guys next time.